What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and today I have a story to bring to you from the Star Wars Expanded Universe, and it's focused on a specific character. Now, this lore video is probably going to be a little different than others because there's not actually a lot of material to cover, so there's no real pictures of this character, so I'm going to have to be a little creative with how I edit it together. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it yet, but we'll see what the final product ends up like. But this character is known as Bazel Warv, and he is, by definition, a side character. One of the things that makes the expanded universe so great, in my opinion, is the fact that they're able to take these characters that you really shouldn't care about, they're not that big of a deal, but make them and write them so that you care so much about them. And it's with several characters in, the expanded universe now known as Legends that is the same way, and I think Gamorrean is another character just like that. But a patron of mine suggested that I do a video on this character, so I decided I will go ahead and do it. It should have probably come out a little bit earlier. I wanted to get it out earlier, but things happen. I wasn't able to make it as quick as possible. But I hope you do enjoy it. This is the story of Bazel Warv. Bazel Warv, nicknamed Barv, was born 13 years after the Battle of Yavin. He belonged to the Ramoan species, which I can't actually find a single picture of, but look closely related to Gamorreans, with jade green skin, a pig-like nose, and a large mouth with tusks, making it very difficult for his species to speak Basic. He was extremely powerful, a hulking being who had shown enough strength to literally crush a man with his fists. At a young age, Bazel was identified as Force-sensitive. During the war with the Yuzong Vong, he, along with many other younglings, were kept in a secure location known as Shelter in the Maw Black Hole Cluster for their own safety. He became close with several other younglings there, including Valen and Gisela Horn, the children of Jedi Master Corran Horn. Along with the Both and Yakil Savitu, they formed a deep friendship and called themselves the Unit. By 43 ABY, Bazel was a full-fledged Jedi Knight of the New Jedi Order. Bazel had become fairly close with the Solo family, often looking after Han and Leia's granddaughter, Alana Solo, who is known to the rest of the galaxy as Amelia and was portrayed to be a war orphan who the Solos had adopted. At one point, Bazel discovered her secret identity, that she was actually the daughter of Jacen Solo and the Hapan Queen Tenel Ka. As heir to the throne, she had many enemies, and her identity was a closely guarded secret. By keeping this secret, he formed a deep bond with the girl. At one point, all 4 members of the unit, along with many other Jedi Knights who had been raised at Shelter, fell ill with a madness caused by the being known as Abeloth, who had made a connection with them during their time in the Maw. When Luke Skywalker and others had weakened Abeloth enough that she could no longer hold the connection, they were cured of their madness. In 44 ABY, Bazel was chosen to go with Han, Leia, and Alana on the Millennium Falcon on a mission to infiltrate the Jedi Temple, which had been taken over by the lost tribe of the Sith. But they were ambushed by Vistara Kai and numerous other tribe members who had uncovered the identity of Alana Solo, the future Jedi Queen of Hapes. As they fought against the overwhelming numbers of the ambushing Sith, Bazel Warv kept Alana at his side the entire time, with Alana even on his back, firing a blaster at the attackers while he protected his friend. Attacks that he couldn't block with his lightsaber, he used his hulking body as a shield for the girl. As Han Solo used the Falcon's guns to automatically fire as they tried to escape on foot, an injured Bazel attempted to take on 6 Sith attackers alone to allow Alana and her family to escape. He attacked ferociously with his lightsaber, his fists, his tusks, everything, while the Sith continued to hack bits off of him at every opportunity. But Bazel was not deterred. Gravely wounded, he rose, having defeated the 6 enemies in front of him, his intestines dragging on the ground, yelling at the Solos to run. With numerous Sith left standing, he waded into battle, refusing to allow them to pursue the Solos. Now with one arm and a piece of his skull missing, still alive only by drawing on the Force, as the automatic fire from the Falcon tracked towards him, he used the Force to hold all the Sith that he could in place close to him, as they ravaged what was left of his body. He took one last look at Alana, his friend, as the destructive fire swept towards him. Bazel Warv was gone, but his sacrifice allowed Han, Leia, and Alana Solo to live. So that's the story of Bazel Warv, and I actually had to take some time while shooting that. It took a little while because as I was, reading the book, because I wanted to go to the specific passage where the big part of this lore video where he sacrifices himself, makes that last stand, and I was literally getting emotional while reading it. And this is about a character that does not have a lot of time in the books. He's a character you get attached to because of how close he is to Alana, but it's just amazing what the writers of the expanded universe were able to do to get you so close and to give these moments to you that are so rewarding. And it was great. Obviously, this is a little different lore video because I don't have any images of Bazel Warv at all, so I had to be a little creative, and it might have been a little boring to look at for some time. But I hope you enjoyed it. It's, something that's fun to do, something that somebody wanted to see, and hopefully give that to them. So I hope that the person who requested this enjoyed the video, and I hope you all enjoyed it too. So let me know what you thought about it. What do you know about Bazel Warv? Did you know anything about Bazel Warv beforehand? Would you be interested in reading about him now? He's all involved in the Fate of the Jedi series, which is one of the last big things that came out before Disney ended up buying Star Wars and saying we're moving away from the expanded universe. Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe, smash the like button, ring the bell for notifications, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.